places that you never thought you'd go. You get ready to get some stuff that you never thought you'd have, that you never thought you could afford, but you can't be distracted by people that ain't got nothing, don't want nothing, and trying to pull you down. You're in preparation for higher ground. Somebody say higher. Your landing strip has been prepared. You're in the planning stages of your promotion. You have been elected for success. You have been called according to his purpose. You have been chosen to possess a different anointing. You have been through too much. It took you too long to get here, so you might as well go on and get what God has. Yes, there will be detours, there will be temptations, there will be distractions, there will be obstacles, there will be people who say you can't. But he say, hey, Josh and y'all, be strong. Tell your neighbor, be strong. Be courageous and stay clear of them. Just tell somebody, I believe I'll make it anyhow. Oh, come on, say it like you mean it. Shake that hand like you're going to shake it off. Say, I believe I'll make it anyhow. It's day number 22. I got some stuff behind me, but I got a whole lot more ahead of me. I believe I'll make it.
Yes, sir.
Why are you talking about distraction at this anniversary? I'm glad you asked. On any trip, at the beginning of anything, at every altitude, there will be distractions. So, you know, I'm a three-point preacher. I got 3 points in my Easter speech. My first point is get ready for takeoff. Tell somebody, get ready for takeoff. Now, the airline that we're on is called Destiny Airline.
Yeah.
Now, y'all that's on Defeat Airline and all them other places, you're on the wrong plane. But see, you got to be designed to understand that if destiny is in my view, there will be a distraction. A distraction is anyone or anything that can take your attention off of where you are headed and what you are doing. A distraction is a ploy that clouds your vision and affects your purpose. I'm on a 5 o'clock flight tomorrow to preach in Salisbury, Maryland. But right now, the airport is shut. It's shut down because of the snowstorm. We got to go through Philadelphia. And so if the snow don't melt, guess what? I'll be at home. But I will not be distracted. I'll try again Friday. Y'all ain't hearing me. The weather can be a distraction. A distraction is a thing or a person that delays you from getting to your destined place. A distraction is a problem or circumstance that seems, here it goes, that pops up overnight and gotten you all messed up. You can come to church with a good spirit and somebody will say the wrong thing, just mess up your whole spirit. I don't act like because you sanctified and filled with the Holy Ghost that your feelings don't get hurt. Knock you off your square and you get to church about to miss out on what God has done because somebody dumped something on you. A distraction is that thing that caught up with you and that you could have really avoided. A distraction is the process or the mode that you've been placed in and can't seem to get out. And they happen every day. You were driving down the street and something caught your eye rather than the road and you almost hit something. You ran the light. That was a distraction. You were saving good for what you wanted, and here comes somebody with an offer that you couldn't refuse, and you just had to buy it. It was a distraction. Eve was distracted by the forbidden fruit. Joseph was distracted by Potiphar's wife, but he got away. Moses was distracted by a fight with an Egyptian. Noah was distracted by too many drinks in the happy hours. David was distracted by a woman bathing in the middle of the day. Samson was distracted by a woman by the name of Delilah. Peter was distracted with a temper problem. Paul was distracted with a thorn in the flesh.
Yes, sir.
So what is your forbidden fruit? Who is your Samson? Who is your Potiphar's wife or husband? What party do you need to reconsider going to? What group do you need to not hang out with? Run if you have to, like Joseph. The Bible says he ran. He lost his coat, but he kept his character. Repent if you have to, like David, when he said, Lord, have mercy upon me and incline unto me. He repented. Ask for sufficient grace like Paul that said, your grace is sufficient, but stay away from the distraction because you're too close. It costs you too much to get where you are, and you are on your way somewhere. Somebody ought to shout hallelujah. And so much of my life is spent in airplanes. I got 3 million miles just on American alone. And when we were crossing over the Sahara Desert, and when I crossed over the 3 million miles, the thing said ding, 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 ding. They said, we have a 3 million mile. and they call my name and stuff. I ain't know they did all that stuff. I spent a lot of time on airplanes, so I learned some stuff. The pilots announce a couple of things. How much time I got? I don't want to hold you hostage. The pilots announce a couple of things before we take off. Number one, the desired altitude. Somebody say altitude. Altitude. Number two, the prescribed speed. And number three, the ETA or estimated time of arrival. For a good pilot knows that if he can get the plane up high enough, flying fast enough, he can calculate when he's going to land. But sometimes he's despondent or bombarded by distraction. Inclement weather can cause a distraction. I'm talking to somebody tonight that feels some turbulence in your life. Mechanical problems can cause a distraction. Somebody's having mechanical problems emotionally and physically. Unruly passengers can cause a distraction. Lord have mercy. Here they're saying, yeah, I just got a so-and-so and so-and-so. If they act right, I believe I can make it. But I believe the Lord is saying tonight that you've got to control the unruly passengers, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Let me ask you a question. How much destiny do you really want? The Lord said in chapter 1, they said, now Moses, my servant, is dead. Now therefore arise and go over this Jordan and all thy people, and I will give to them the children of Israel, and every place that the sole of your foot shall trod, that have I already given you to go in and possess it. Talk to somebody. Say, every place you step is yours. Every place that the sole of your foot shall trod. If you want another building, just go stepping around it. You want another house, just go stepping around it. Thou shalt nobody be able to stand before you the days of your life. And I like the promise. He said, as I was with Moses, so I am with you. One statement encourages enough for me. Every place, not some place, but every place that the sole of your foot shall trod. Then he said, just like I was with your daddy, I'm with you. A great part of encouraging yourself is that when the devil tries to steal your thought, and Satan will try to discredit the prophetic word that's been delivered, and Satan will try to block you from hearing the preached word, and Satan will try to snatch words from your lip, and you got to stop and tell him, every place. Somebody shout, every place. Say with me, the Lord is with me. You got to start saying to yourself, I think I'm going to shout here, I need a drummer. You got to start saying to yourself, regardless of what it looks like, the land is mine. I wish I had somebody that felt like having a little faith. Just talk to 2-3 people, say, regardless of what I look like, this stuff is mine. And then when you start seeing it and saying it, you got to shout on it. I ain't got nobody. Tell somebody, whatever I want is mine. Say to yourself that I can have it. Say to yourself that I can see it. The land is mine. The house is mine. Peace is mine. The car is mine. The ministry is mine. The education is mine. The degree is mine. Somebody shout, is mine. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Move on, Bishop. Bible says in 1 Samuel 30 that David was distressed, and they spoke of stoning him because the people were grieved that he took their families out and they were killed in the war. But in Ephesians chapter 5 and 19, it double and endorses what David said when he said encourage yourself. Paul says speak to yourself in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, making melody to the Lord in song. You mean talk to yourself if that's what it takes? That's right. Yeah. People may say I'm crazy, but I talk to myself all the time, because you know some people ain't gonna never encourage you. You got to say, self, we gonna make it anyhow. Come on, hug yourself, say we gonna do this thing anyhow. Yeah, I am gonna be the head and not the tail. I am gonna be the lender and not the borrower, above and not beneath. I am this thing is going to happen because I can do all things through Christ that strengthens. You mean I can talk to myself? Yes. Somebody talk to yourself. Say, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. No weapon that's formed. We talk to ourselves, begin to encourage ourselves, because we're taking a flight, and that flight is going to take us. Secondly, I got to move this train. Secondly, y'all got to be here the rest of the week. Plan your future and your prosperity. Tell somebody you got to have a plan. Jacob said, the reason the Lord is blessing you because you have a vision. And when there is vision, people come. Where there is no vision, they leave. And so all you got to do is expand the plan. If God could do all this in 7 years with a 29-year-old, y'all ain't hearing me talk. Eyes have not seen no plan. But it ain't going to help it if you don't have a plan.